But first tonight, ahead of a crippling rail strike, the Biden administration finds itself in a pickle between unions and the American economy. Circle your calendars for December 5th. America could literally shut down. You thought the supply chain was bad before? Just wait. The economic collapse coming would make the COVID shutdown of April 2020 look like a bump in the road. Here's the Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, just yesterday. Can the American economy deal with it if it happens?
It would not be good. I mean,
catastrophic.
We don't have enough trucks or barges or ships in this country to make up for the rail network. It's a really important part of our economy.
More from the Secretary in just a minute. Here's what's at stake starting in 10 days. Think about what would happen. Food, flour, barley, corn, wheat, soybeans, animal feed, canned goods, frozen food, beer, all move by train. You're just talking about a couple of days worth of supply. Building materials also all move by rail. Again, most manufacturers, most grocery stores, most commercial job sites only keep a couple of days of supplies on hand. Chemicals, chlorine for drinking water. Yeah, drinking water, that all of a sudden becomes an issue. Pesticides, plastic materials, synthetic resins, the auto industry, cars and parts also move by rail. You're talking about shutdowns of major facilities and major manufacturing plants in just a couple of days, if not a couple of hours. Consumer goods, makeup, TV, clothing, and of course, a huge amount of shipping. All your Christmas presents, they move by rail as well. If you're thinking, didn't we just go through this and didn't President Biden just celebrate averting the rail strike? You would be right. That happened back in September. But one of the 12 unions involved didn't agree to the new contract. So here we are again, deja vu all over again, except this time it's in December going into winter. Another big thing that moves by rail is crude oil. That's for diesel, heating oil. Coal moves by rail, so welcome to Christmas without lights if we have a rail strike. Literally, there is now a gun to the head of the American economy 3 weeks before Christmas. And the president is in a pickle. Keeping the economy open means perhaps even nationalizing the striking unions. Lunchbox Joe, who campaigned on the union way of life, would be hard-pressed to do that. But supporting the unions means crushing the economy for all of us. And the administration loves to support unions, especially when it doesn't cost them anything. Yesterday, the Secretary of Transportation held an event with American Airlines talking about training new airline mechanics. Union mechanics. That was the event. Then we caught up with the Secretary. You talked earlier about how important unions are in the world and in the American economy. Will the administration support the rail workers if they strike?
Well, look, our goal right now is to make sure that doesn't happen. And we're urging the parties to get to the table and to do whatever it takes to prevent a shutdown. A shutdown is a scenario that is not acceptable. We got through the worst of the days in terms of the shipping backlogs. We've made headway on trucking. But if we don't have a healthy, functioning, strong rail system...
I mean, can the American economy deal with it if it happens?
It would not be good. I mean...
catastrophic.
We don't have enough trucks or barges or ships in this country to make up for the rail network. It's a really important part of our economy.
So I guess that goes to the question that if push comes to shove and the unions strike, will the administration stand with the unions?
So I don't want to get into a scenario over battle lines that haven't fully been drawn yet, but what I will say is that we certainly believe in collective bargaining. We believe in the hard-won tentative agreement that was reached at the table. It involved the rail companies moving quite a bit, including a major increase in pay. But it also involved the unions getting concessions and giving up a lot. But what the unions gained was a little more recognition for quality of life issues, for the difficulty of getting even unpaid sick days for rail career professionals who are on call all the time. The tentative agreement was one that everybody moved in order to get done, the railroad companies and the unions. I think it was a good agreement, but if there are other adjustments that need to happen, the most important thing as we get through these votes, and the majority of the unions have voted yes, but some of them have voted no, as we get into these next few weeks, we've got to get to a solution that does not subject the American economy to the threat of a shutdown.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.